Is this like, this is your life?
This is similar to that.
Where's Ralph Edwards when we need him? I was born and raised in Chicago, as most people that I know here in town, Spokane, know. I basically wound up banging on my parents' pots and pans like many drummers do. So in order for my parents to retain their sanity, they bought me a drum set. Well, I practiced a lot, but mostly in the living room with a stereo, ear training, turn up full blast. But I did take formal lessons from Charlie White, who was the timpanist with the Chicago Symphony. He was the one that changed my grip from this to this, because this was the only way to play that. He did not play this way, and this is an accepted way now. So, sorry about that, Charlie, but you were wrong. And I got introduced at a very young age to Father George Wiskirk and the Swinging Padre. You can look him up on Google or whatever. And he was the one that took me by hand, in person, to the Blue Note in Chicago, where I was able to hear Duke Ellington, Count Basie, Harry James. Got a chance to be introduced to Gene Krupa at a very young age, and Gene came over on the break and autographed a picture and talked for a while, and so it was off to the races, I guess, from there on.
Tom, what drummers were influential to you?
Well, of course,
Gene. Player to help you. So mention Gene Krupa.
Well, of course, Gene Krupa, yeah. Sam Woodyard with Duke Ellington, big band drummer. Sonny Payne, of course. Connie Kay? No.
Connie Kay.
Yeah, Connie Kay. Of course, Joe Morello, hugely influenced by him. You just kind of wind up developing your own style as a result of, I'll steal some of those ideas. Some of the people that I was privileged to work with Dizzy Gillespie and Clark Terry, of course, Bernie Watts, Della Reese, Bill Henderson, Herb Ellis, Gunther Schuller, Nancy King, Guy Lombardo Orchestra. We did the Four Freshmen, Shirley Jones, who was in Partridge Family, George Burns and Bob Hope, the Osmond Boys, the Platters. I think it's your background. I think it's where you come from. It's how you learn, who you learn from, who you listen to. The drummers that I mentioned earlier, they were all very, what I would call, lyrical drummers. They play constantly with the melody in their head. It never goes away. You have to know the tune. I used to tell my students when I would teach them, I'd say, when you come to a bridge of the song, it's a definite change from the chorus. So change your instrument. You're playing maybe closed hi-hat over here for the introduction because you're starting off like you're telling a story. You are telling a story when you play. Any changes that occur in the tune, you change instruments. I think it's keeping the music in mind, being aware, constantly aware of the other musicians in the band and what they are playing. You enhance their playing. You try to make them play better, and they try to make you play better. That's the concept of jazz music improvisation, and that's the only way I can think of to explain it.